Do I feel good today? What is up, DTL Universe? It is your boy, the coach, and this is your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We call it Driving the Line. We are live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the best crew in all of the land. Today starts a really busy next 4 days. 2 big preseason games tonight, including my beloved Kansas City Chiefs taking on the hard knock life of the Chicago Bears. Also, in progress right now, the BMW Championship from Castle Pines, Colorado. I will have 2 first-round plays coming up later in the show. If you didn't watch DTL Golf, I can't help you. Also, we launched it on Tuesday. I'm telling you what, the DTL podcast, my goodness, has it got off to a great start. Drops around 2 p.m. Eastern every single day. Everybody in the crew is on it, and we discuss topical things, not picks, but topical things to help you become a smarter sports fan and ultimately a smarter sports bettor. Now, we are starting to heat up. How hot are we? Let's take a look at what the crew did yesterday. And how about this? I've got decisions to make today. Only Seabass with an X next to his name yesterday. Charles, perfect. DG, perfect. My numbers guy, Raphael, absolutely perfect. Now, what about the crew play of the day? Courtesy of our good friend, the late, great Howie Schwab. Now, yesterday, you guys took the Red Sox Astros over. 4-1 was the final. That did not hit. So for you at home, it's time for you, after you hit that like button, to vote and rebound. Pick yourselves up. Here are the selections. Colts Bengals over 34.5. Same game, under 34.5. Or the aforementioned Bears Chiefs over 32 and the under 32. Get that vote in. You could also go to our X at any time. Follow us there and vote for home runs later in the day. All right, that is all the housekeeping I need to do. I got a hungry crew, a hot crew standing by. It's time for the picks. Oh, look who I got today. Are you kidding me? An absolute embarrassment of riches. But I've got 3 guys that were absolutely perfect yesterday. So today, our first 15 seconds goes to none other than the man from Memphis, Tennessee. DG, you're up, sir.
My first 15 seconds. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Listen, I'm going to give my my love and my praise to the guy behind the scenes. Listen, producer man, I promise you, he is the best in the business. Works harder than probably everyone, but maybe not Coach. But I will say that he is working his tail off, and just want to give him some love because he deserves it.
That's a really good 15 seconds. That man is literally, and at some point, we're going to learn who he is. But I tell you what, this man is 24/7. Could not do it without him. We love producer, man. Thank you for that 15 seconds. We also love the man who, it seems like every single day, he could get the 15 seconds. He's the ultimate team player. Zero ego. Just wants to be a part of the team. The man from the dirty. Charles, good morning, sir.
Morning, Coach, crew. Yeah, I'm just doing my small part to make this brand one of the best in the industry. So we have another nice card today. So excited to see what we can't get out of it.
If somebody just walks into the show and just hears you talk like that, they're going to say, this guy is the most arrogant guy. And that's just who you are. It's just who you are. It's who you are. Now, you talk about somebody who never stops working. Did anything happen perhaps that caught your attention last night as we introduced my numbers guy, Rafael Esparza? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, crew. And I'm blown away at what I saw yesterday, what I witnessed yesterday, and what I'm still researching today. August 1st, NL Rookie of the Year, Paul Skeens, which is Paul Skeens' day today. He's pitching today, was minus 10,000 to win the NL Rookie of the Year. That means 10,000 to win $1. Blew my mind right now. Well, as of yesterday, last night, he is now underdog plus 110. The rookie sensation from San Diego, Jackson Morrell, is now minus 150 as the favorite I have never seen this much movement. And I'm not talking six figures. It's just a bunch of tickets written $20, $30, $50, $100. Nothing really big has come in. But I have never seen minus 10,000 to plus 110, plus 120 in my 25 plus years. Just blows my mind.
Do you agree with the movement, though?
Yes, because I'm hearing rumors that they could be shutting Skeens down because they're not going anywhere. The San Diego one of the hottest teams since the All-Star break. I understand tickets coming in. Same thing with the Cubs. If they stay in the playoff hunt, you figure Maga will have some more better outings. They're winning. The Cubs are winning 70% of his games that he's on the mound. He'll probably start getting some love. I understand it, but minus 10,000 to an underdog, 25 plus years, never seen that.
Yeah, my man's always finding it for us, always working, digging down those rabbit holes. By the way, shout out to Dwayne in the chat. He says, free bet of the day. Red scored 10 runs yesterday. Today, they get Paul Skeens. His prop for 10-plus Ks, plus 330. Maybe a little sprinkle. Our man Soupy, part of the crew. He's in the chat right there. Any questions for him? He's our fantasy guy. Put them into the chat. He will answer them for you in real time. Now, the final member of our crew today, he is the only 5-star chef in the game, but make no mistake about it, he is legit. Seabass, good morning, sir.
Morning, coach. Morning, crew. Good day yesterday. I mean, I'm the only one that's got an X on that board, but hey, I mean, when you take the links on the money line at +7, what did you say, Raphael? You got him +7.5. That was the play I was worried about, not the Mercury. I thought that one was the gimme in the parlay, but
right.
Good day.
Good day. And that's why we are a team with a whole lot of synergy going on. All right, let's get to the picks. By the way, do not forget we are knee deep. 24 days to the NFL. Who do we got today, gentlemen? Oh, the other half of the AFC South, the Colts and the Titans. Where's AB? Those will be our two teams we discuss later in the show. But Charles, as always, we're coming to you because day soccer is a staple here at DTL. Start us off.
We transition from the Champions League qualifiers to the Europa Conference League qualifiers with Hacken, whose home games have averaged 4.3 total goals this season. They take on Bundesliga surprise side Heidenheim, whose away fixtures averaged 2.9 total goals last season. Hacken, they have to go for it, which should create an open contest, as I see plenty of goals early and often, with the first half over 1.25 first half goals. Now, if they've only one goal scored in the first half, you only lose half your wager, and the over 3 full-time goals, as I could see a 2-2 final score. Remember, Asian lines are offered over at our friends at DraftKings. Once again, this is Europa Conference League qualifiers. Hacken, Heidenheim going off at 1 p.m. Eastern.
All right. They are also routinely available at global sports books. And I don't know, Raphael, maybe in our little extended universe, we may have a global sports book joining us very, very soon. You just never know. BTT. What did I say? All right. Speaking of BTT, this man is everywhere. He's on all of our shows. And Raphael, before you give our play today, I know yesterday you were in horse racing and you've had a couple of big hits. Please enlighten the good people as to why they should follow you on the X, sir.
Yeah, close to like $600 my last two plays here in horse racing. A big exacta box hit yesterday. So have some really nice stakes races going this weekend up in Saratoga and in Del Mar and in Woodbine. Woodbine has a really nice card on Sunday up in Canada. So love the ponies. They were my first love in the sports book because I was a sportsbook supervisor, my first job in the sports book.
Very good. You may now continue and transition yourself. Go for it.
Thank you. I'm going to go to the San Diego Fathers, the Padres, with Dylan Cease on the mound. Since his no-hitter, he has not hit this strikeout number. He had 9 strikeouts with his no-hitter. So you're trying to tell me the total is 7.5? Give me the under on that one. Yeah, he'll probably go 5-6 innings, but he's just not the same pitcher since that no-hitter. I don't think the strikeouts. I thought it was going to be 6.5. I almost took the 6.5 alternate prop, but 7.5. I don't think he gets it. The Fathers win since they lost yesterday. They're playing great baseball, but I don't think he hits this total.
I feel like he peaked during that no-hitter. It really feels like he did. And then since the Padres and Dylan Cease have kind of fallen off the ledge just a little bit. Maiden Focus says horses are the best gambling sport, bar none. Robbie Hockey Charles says Hacken and Heidenheim sounds like my son coughing this morning. Oh, we can relate, Robbie. We can relate. But you know what would make you feel better is when you're healthy and you're nourished and you got some really good food in you, like from Factor Meals. And today, the pick section is brought to you by our good friends at Factor Meals. It's time to fuel up. Summer's getting ready to come to an end. We're heading into the fall. Get some Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Just ask AB. He stole all of our free ones from them. That's okay. He's our food guy right behind Seabass. Now, here's what you got to do. Head to factormeals.com/DTL50 and use code DTL50 to get 50% off your first box, plus 20% off your next month. That's code DTL50 at factorsmeals.com/DTL50 to get 50% off your first box. All right, we continue on with the picks, and I have a really good feeling about today. And Seabass, if I know you, like I think I know you, you're going to come out of the corner like a rabid dog today to be perfect just like everybody else. You're up, sir.
I'm going to try, as I always do, but I like these two plays a lot. Soupy, can you drop it in the chat if you're still there, what today is? Because I know it's your favorite day. It's Patrick Corbin Day. So look, we got Patrick Corbin today going over 2.5 earned runs. He's allowed this in 4 of his last 5 starts. In fact, 9 of his 12 home games this year, he's given up more than 2.5 earned runs. Against Colorado, 28 games he's played against them, 83 earned runs he's given up. That's roughly about 2.94 a game. So Patrick Corbin over 2.5 earned runs today. Now, we have Patrick Corbin Day. We might as well have Miles Mikolas Day as well because he's just as awful. Guy's got a 5.41 ERA on the season, but he's 6.53 at home, and he's got a 6.66 ERA since the All-Star break. I don't know if that number means anything to anybody, but it's not very good. And he's given up, again, 4 of his last 5 games. He's gone over that 2.5 number, and 3 of 11 8 math today. 8 of 11 games at home, he's given up more than 2.5 earned runs.
And ladies and gentlemen, playing the part of Soupy on today's show will be Seabass.
The girl is out a little bit.
Greg in the chat says Corbin is definitely going over today. Now, DG's partner in crime, Big Cheesy, says Corbin has been solid on day games. All right, something to look for. Any message for Big Cheesy, Seabass?
Yeah, no. I was gonna
great trash talk there, Seabass. It really wouldn't got him.
It was food related, and then I ate it. It's gone. Terrible.
Soupy says, I love my understudy, Seabass, as do
we. Wow.
Soupy,
well,
as do we.
About understudy. Just give me a children's book.
I know Liddy is in the chat today, and Liddy was a little bit upset that we didn't have some cash with the coach plays yesterday. Well, Liddy, these two are for you. DTL Golf with my man Steve Scott and Robert Dameron was absolute fire this week. We're down to the final 50. Everybody that makes it to this week gets into all the signature events. They get to set their own schedule. I was texting with my good friend Max Gresserman, who is in the field this week, and he said, you know what, Coach? I'm proud of myself for getting here after really letting the Wyndham Championship slip through his fingers a couple of weeks ago. So I'm pumped up for today. Action is already underway, but I got 2 big plays for you that are 2 of the later tee times this afternoon. In fact, at 1:10 p.m. Eastern time. And these are plays that you still have a little bit of time to make. Wyndham Clark, he's plus money over Rory McIlroy. I know. Pick yourself up, Big Cheesy. I'm fading Rory McIlroy. Why? Because Rory played awful last week. Why? Because you're not going to be able to tell how far his irons and woods are going to go in that mile-high air. Wyndham Clark, this is a home game. He's played this course probably, he says, 20 to 30 times. He's excited to be there. So give me him. These are round 1 plays in the first round over Rory. Second play, Tony Finau. Played really good on the weekend last weekend. Minus 145 over Akshay Bhatia. But why? Tony Finau lives where? Utah, which is also at elevation. He's one of the few players this week that will not have to make that adjustment because he's used to playing at altitude. I'm telling you right now, I have been to this course in person. It is a brutal walk. is going to take somebody who's in shape. So if you're going to bet on guys throughout the weekend, I encourage you to make sure that plays into your plans. My man, Xander Schauffele, said it. You got to be a dog to win this week. I just picked 2 dogs for round number 1. All right, DG, coming over to you. Let's do baseball first, and then feed into your Florida State play as you continue to hold up the crew for week 0 in college football. You're up.
We're going to be walking all day because we have the very first game of the day and the very last game of the day. We have a walks parlay at -114. Both guys get 2+ walks. We're going to start with Gavin Williams going against the Yankees. He's had 2+ walks in 6 of his 9 starts this season. And then the Yankees rank first overall in walks drawn. So we have to go with that. But also Dylan Cease in the last game of the day, 2+ walks in 9 of his last 12 games. I think he's going to have more walks than probably strikeouts today because I'm going to fade Cease a lot. He had 3 versus the Mets last time on June 16th, and the Mets ranked 8th in walks drawn and right-handed pitching this season. And we're talking about football, Coach. We're going to go to Florida State -10. This number finally fell where I wanted to. And yes, they don't have the same team they had last year, but Florida State is welcoming a QB that's iffy. DJ, you didn't think I could say it. Uwe Agalale. But DJU is one of the best prospects. Can Mike Norvell hone him in? And I believe in Mike Norvell. We trust. This guy led Memphis to a 38-15 record. And then the last 2 years at Florida State, 23-4. But if I could have some help from producer, man, maybe throw up a picture for you all. You have to be able to trust a guy that goes as a receiver at the University of Central Arkansas and rocks some cornrows. So we're going to go and trust some Mike Norvell.
What is that? Yikes.
The only thing that would have been better if you would have gone with the cornrows this morning also. I mean, that would have been taking it next level, DG. Look at Mike Norvell. Wow. The last image I have of Mike Norvell was last year when Florida State got left out as an undefeated team. And then what was the final score against Georgia? 63-3. I think that was it. Ooh. But they're going to be a good squad this year. They're going to be a really good squad. DG, way to go next level. Sending in pictures. We got teachers' aides today or whatever they call those things. Real quick, a few things from the chat. This is how you get on my good side. John says, I love the Clark over Rory pick. Yeah. Tony says, you found that 26-hour day? I did, Tony. Tyler, welcome to DTL. Says, I'm so glad I found this. I missed the coach. What about everybody else? But Tyler, tell all your friends. We want them here as well. And you know what I'm talking about. But then this is how, boys, you get on my bad side. My man John tells Big Cheesy to fade my round 1 picks. I'm going to let that sit on the screen for a second. Put that back up there, producer, man, because we're going to have a screenshot of that. In fact, here's what we're going to do. Leave it right there. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead. Wave, guys. Wave at the camera. All right, nice. And when both hit, you best believe that will be the first thing we show on tomorrow's show, which is Friday, which, by the way, this would be a great time to tell you what Fridays are going to be starting next week. And the guys don't even know this yet. We are relabeling, rebranding, and I know it's original, Football Fridays. We're doing college. We're doing NFL. On the regular show, we're going to do props. On the podcast, we're going to do a little fantasy on Fridays because Soupy will be on the podcast on Fridays. So everything Fridays starting next week will be all football all the time, except for Charles. We may throw a soccer pick in there too.
I'm glad I'm off on Fridays for fantasy and podcasts. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We wouldn't want your horrible attitude that you have all the time, Raphael. No, we would not want that. All right, gentlemen, has everybody gone? Is everybody good? Yes? All right. It is now time to dive in because right now we are exactly, can you believe it, guys, 2 weeks from tonight, our very first DTL After Dark NFL style. The Chiefs, the defending champions, will be on the field, so we've got to get you ready. So today, we're heading to the AFC South. Producer man. All right, we start with the Indianapolis Colts, who last year surprised a lot of people until they had to shut down their quarterback and then limped to the finish line. According to DraftKings, the total is set at 8.5. It is juiced to the under. So, Raphael, let me start with you. We're going over or under?
I'm going over in this one, minus 105. And you said it, all the injuries they had last year, and they still won 9 games last year. It blows my mind again on that one. But first of all, it's all about the health of Anthony Richardson. If he can stay healthy and the offensive line can protect him, this could be big things in Indianapolis. I like Anthony Richardson this year. I think he's going to be a lot better with the support he has around him. I like the over at 8.5. And don't forget, the Colts have an easy schedule this year. I think one of the easiest schedules for the division. So this can be very, very profitable for them. I think they start off hot. And then we're not shocked if they get a wild card spot.
All right. The first one isn't over. Charles, talk to me.
I'm agreeing with Raphael. How about that? I'll take the over 8.5 as well. We have Shane Stanky Leg in charge, and then Anthony Richardson, if he can stay healthy as well. This team won 9 games last season, so I think they can split their division. Plus, they get the Steelers, the Vikings, Bears, Patriots, Giants, and Broncos. Yeah, I'll take the over 8.5 wins for the Colts.
Did you just say Stanky Leg?
I might have.
All right, Seabass, I'm coming over to you. 2 overs so far. What say you?
I've got the Colts going under. Again, I think I've said this on every show that I have been a part of while we're talking football. This number, I don't like this number either. I've got them 8 wins, maybe 9 wins, right? So it could be over, could be under. It's not really a definitive answer for me, but for the show purposes, I'm going to take the under. I think they got a little bit lucky last year with their 9 wins. I see a little bit of regression. Anthony Richardson, a UF guy. I'm a big Gator fan, if you guys didn't know. Injury issues are a thing with him. Turnovers have a potential to be a thing with him as well. I think he's an exciting player. I think they have something to grow with, but I'm going to take them under 8.5 wins.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are talking about what some of the things online or some of the reports that not only were Bengals players throwing shade at Anthony Richardson, but apparently his throwing was not that good. So, DG, with those reports, and, we take it with a grain of salt. Where are you headed on the over-under here?
I'm fading Anthony Richardson just for the simple fact of I just don't trust him. I'm going to go with the Colts under 8.5 wins. I do have them at 8 and 9, so it is very close. Right as we're looking at the cusp of going over or under, it could definitely go either way, and that's why you're looking at the odds of either minus 115 or minus 105. But Anthony Richardson is not a good passer. In the NFL, you have to be a good passer. How long can he stay healthy? He wants to run the ball. We saw him in Florida. He is just not a great passer. He's electric, just not a great passer. So I'm going to go fade them and go under 8.5.
All right. I think, DG, that you're going to be proven wrong this year. I believe in Anthony Richardson, and I think that maybe not his throwing, but as a winning quarterback, if he can stay healthy, I think the Colts could do something in this division. I really, really do. But this team really intrigues me, as do the props. So, Raphael, for a Colts season prop, where are you headed?
Well, DG's picked. If he doesn't stay healthy, their backup quarter is Joe Flacco, so he can win some games to help me with that total season wins 8.5. But Anthony Richardson, give me his rushing touchdowns over. He only played 4 games and almost hit that. It was projected to be 15 rushing touchdowns if he played the full season. I like his over in touchdown rushes. I think it's an easy cash if he stays healthy. Again, 4 touchdowns in 4 games last year.
Very interesting. It's so funny when you play a quarterback prop who's a runner. You almost always have to say if he stays healthy, because the way he plays, he takes the hits. He does not run out of bounds. So we'll see what he can do. But I like this play because he calls his own number a lot. Seabass, coming to you. What do you like?
I also like Anthony Richardson. In fact, I was so upset when I went to put my picks in last night and Raphael beat me to the email by about 4 or 5 minutes. I had that same prop for Anthony Richardson, so I had to go back to the drawing board and find something else. But the guy, he wants to run the ball, so I'll take Anthony Richardson over 525 rushing games. He had like 125, 126 in the 4 games last year or something like that, so I think he gets to that 525 easily.
We have a little game that we do on the primetime shows, and it has to be plus 1,000 or higher to pick a guy that scores the first touchdown of the game. I wonder this year if Anthony Richardson will be above or below that number most weeks, because he calls his number early and often. So both Seabass and Raphael, they like Richardson and his legs. Speaking of legs, Charles, coming to you.
Yeah, and this ties into the rushing as well. I'll take the Colts to have one rushing touchdown in every regular season game this season at plus 2,500. They had 19 last season. You get Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson around the goal line. Yeah, I think plus 2,500 is worth a shot to get a rushing touchdown in every regular season game.
Yeah, nice nugget from Soupy in the chat as well. Highest percentage of quarterback run plays to back up my point. Better than Lamar or Allen. Soupy, thank you very much. Now, DG, let me come over to you because you're going to go to the other side of the football.
Yesterday, we talked about Foyesade Aluakun. Now today, we're talking about Zaire Franklin. That's Z-A-I. Sorry, I thought we had to spell it today. But Zaire Franklin will have the most tackles and assists this season. Last year, he was just slightly behind Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's now moved on from Seattle. I think this is a great spot for Zaire Franklin. He had 167 2 years ago. Last season, he had 179 tackles and assists. But if you look at this, he's getting most of these just from his tackles. And so I believe that we're going to go ahead and ride the number here. Zaire Franklin, most tackles and assists, plus 700.
Robbie says DG is speaking in tongues today on DTL. Got all the names, all the numbers. By the way, oh gosh, I had one and now I can't find it. All right, gentlemen, well done on the first team today. Now, I know there's a very special person watching right now, and this is his squad. This is his team. He loves them, and it's got to be killing AB to see this win total on the screen, according to DraftKings. 6.5. Brutally low, Raphael, and it's juiced remarkably to the under. Where are you headed?
Yeah, I'm sipping the juice. Give me the under at minus 135. Yes, they have a brand new head coach at Brian Calhoun, but can you do anything with this team? Because let's face it, the quarterbacks. Listen to this quarterback. That Will Levis, Mason Rudolph, and Malik. Don't you talk about me, Willis. I can't believe there's just three quarterbacks that's going to be behind center. Our defense is going to be rough. They have the toughest schedule in the division when you're looking at total season wins. I just couldn't find 7 wins in this game. Tennessee is going to have a very, very, very long season.
Kevin's asking if we have any nicknames yet for Raphael. We're working on it. We are working on it. By the way, does anybody else watch Malik Willis and say, how in the world does he get a uniform to play in the NFL? He is terrible. Yeah, I mean, he's terrible. God, they don't even call. Remember last year they wouldn't even call a passing play when he was on the field? Like they literally would not call a passing play. It was so embarrassing. All right, Seabass, coming to you. Over 6.5 or under 6.5?
I've got the Titans under 6.5 wins here. Last year, they had a middle-of-the-road offense, a middle-of-the-road defense. They only scored 26 touchdowns. I just don't know where they're going to get wins. I haven't bought in to Will Levis. You can add Calvin Ridley if you want to, but you still got to get the ball to him. Tennessee under 6.5 wins.
It seems so low, but, only so many teams can win. Charles, what say you?
Hey, make that 3 under 6.5 wins. I mean, I struggled to find wins for this team. I'm looking at the schedule. They get the Bears, Packers, Lions, Bills, Dolphins, Chargers, Bengals, plus their own division, Colts, Texans, Jaguars. So, I mean, I'm seeing they can maybe defeat the Vikings and Patriots as well. So, yeah, with a rookie head coach, Will Levis as well, yeah, I'll sign me up for the under 6.5 wins for the Titans.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there who go, oh, I forgot that team had to do. Oh, I forgot. It's easy to forget in the offseason with so much going on. DG, we're 3 for 3 to the under. Are you going to make it 4 for 4?
We're going to go clean sweep here for the Titans, straight out of the Midwest. So listen, I don't like the Titans. I don't think they're a very good team. And honestly, I don't think they're a very good franchise. I think they go 6-11 here. And obviously it is a little bit juicy, but sometimes the juice, coach, it's worth the squeeze.
You're damn right it is. By the way, Raphael, Joe says the Titans are plus 800 to have the fewest wins in the league. Is that worth a sprinkle?
Yes, it is an AB. I did not say the franchise stunk like DG just said, but the Titans' fewest regular season wins, 8-1. The only team that scares me is the Patriots. They're plus 320, but I think they get more wins than the Titans. Let's face it, the Titans, again, the hardest schedule in the division. And I have to do a shoot today. And my phrase of the shoot is always searching for that right number. That right number today is 8-1 for the fewest wins for the Titans.
Very good. All right. Little bonus nuggets for you. Hashtag it pays to watch live. Now, let's head to the prop machine. And Charles, why don't we start with you, because you're going something that just could happen right from the start. And I don't know that I've ever seen this bet before. You're up.
Yeah, and this ties into their schedule as well. 0 wins after the first 5 games. If their first game's against the Bears, if that would be the only one I think they may have a shot, but then they follow that up with the Jets, Packers, Dolphins, and Colts. So, yeah, plus 500 for the Titans to go 0-5 to start the season.
Wow. Think about where we were 10 or 15 years ago with just basic bets. And now you can bet on teams to not win at all in the first 5 games. Wow. I want to see that sweat. Let's remember that bet for you there, Charles. All right, Seabass, come over to you. Where are you headed?
Coach, Titans to finish dead last. I went for the low hanging fruit here. There's nothing about this team that I like. So I got them to finish dead last in the division this year. Minus 165. It's juicy, but it's low hanging fruit. I'll take it.
Quickly becoming our resident curmudgeon here at
Or
DTL. My man Seabass. Minus 165 to do nothing in the division. Well, we have the Texans. Who are the other 2 teams? Jacksonville and
Indianapolis.
Colts.
The other team
that's right there. Yeah. I'm still on the cold medicine. I apologize. I like that play. I like Charles's play too. Let me come over to you, Raphael. What are you going with the Titans?
Already did mine. Fewest regular season wins, 8-1.
DG.
No. I didn't know that you did. I was actually asking a question from the chat, and I didn't even realize that was yours. It just happened to work. How about that?
Yeah.
So
I thought you were smooth. You were smooth into that, Leeway. I'm like, wow, that was
more smooth than I even knew that I was. Yeah. All right, DG, let's go to you. What do you like?
Mr. Mayonnaise himself, Will Levis, has to throw the ball up because they're going to be behind most of the games. And so he has to have a number 1 receiver. And I know DeAndre Hopkins is a very good receiver, but he's aging. Calvin really showed a lot of where he could be actually in the NFL. He went for 1,016 yards last year in Jacksonville. I think he is the numero uno wide receiver on this team. They're going to have to throw the ball up. Plus 200 for Calvin Ridley to get to 1,000 plus receiving yards. I love that.
Boy, he sits out for a year, comes back, and is one of the most dynamic players, and now he finds himself smack dab in Nashville, Tennessee. Gentlemen, well done on the Colts and the Titans today. Now, we are about 33 minutes past the hour, and there's a lot of you, I've already read it in the chat, that are in a conference room, sitting under your desk. You got to watch DTL Live. We respect it, and we actually want you to do it. It's very, very important. But also, we like to take care of those good people who can't be here at the top of the show. And as you know, the whip around, because we're getting closer to August 30th, is brought to you by Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
You can run from a bully for so long,
There's no
but after a while, you're going to have to stand up to him.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
I am about to start the biggest war of this century.
You told me you wanted to make a difference in this world.
What would you have me do?
I want you to fight!
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wants to rule the world.
The red carpet coming up very soon in the next week and a half for all those good people who put together. We've got 4 more movies coming this fall, so can't wait for those. Love that new partnership. All right, this is the fun portion of the program. Who's going to go the yard today on a Thursday? Aaron Judge setting the world on fire, the Yankees. Jose Ramirez, they've been playing the Yankees early on this week. Yordan Alvarez, the suddenly resurgent Houston Astros. Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt. And then how about the Padres? They need to get things going again. Manny Machado, a cool plus 500. Charles, start us off.
Give me Jordan Alvarez plus 425 against Corbin Burns out there in Seabass's neck of the woods. So, yeah, Jordan Alvarez plus 425.
Jordan 1. DG, talk to me.
I'm going to go with Aaron Judge here. Obviously, it's the lowest number at plus 230, but the right field in Yankee Stadium, the wind's still blowing out. He can easily just lay one over it. I think Aaron Judge plus 230.
Boom and boom. Raphael, what's up?
I was going to take Manny Machado at 5-1, but Aaron Judge, anything under $2, I'm taking Judge for now on. He had 2 yesterday and both out of right field. Plus 230. They should be Tiger Woods numbers. He should be like plus 175. No way, plus 230.
All right. So another one for Judge. Seabass.
Yeah, well, since Raphael did not take Machado, I'm going to take Machado. He's got 3 home runs and 17 at-bats against Cervino, so I'll take him. And a little honorable mention, same game. Give me Francisco Lindor. He's got 3 home runs and 9 at-bats versus Dylan Cease. So 2 guys for me, same game.
Well, a little honorable mention for my man Seabass. All right. Well done, gentlemen. A couple things from the chat. Shout out to Christian. He says, I'm in my car for this show right now. That's what I'm talking about. But guess what, Christian? If you're driving around later today around 2 p.m. Eastern, all you got to do is download today's episode of DTL, the podcast. It's great for traveling to and from work. And by the way, because the crew always takes care of each other, can we give our man a shout out? Jeff hasn't been working for a while. He says, I'll be going back to work on Monday, Coach. Got offered a new job yesterday. Well done, Jeff. Congratulations. That's what it's all about. We are a team. We are a family. Congratulations. Let everybody let Jeff know what we think about him in the chat one time after you hit the like button, of course. All right. Now, in this portion of the program, we have one little nugget, 10 seconds or less. We go through every single play on our card today. Charles, start us off.
Europa Conference League qualifiers. We have Hacken and Heidenheim. I'm going with the first half over 1.25 first half goals. I think we see a 1-1 type first half and the over 3 full-time goals. This one has a 2-2 type feel.
Raphael.
First, I'm going to piggyback off of DG. Florida State minus 10. Grab it now. It'll be 10.5, 11 by kickoff because the books are finally getting 2-way action. Florida State money will come in all weekend long. Give me Dylan Cis under 7.5 strikeouts, minus 115. He's not the same pitcher since his no-hitter.
All right. Seabass.
Patrick Corbin Day in Major League Baseball with day baseball. Both of these games are actually earlier today. I think we got 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock p.m. But Patrick Corbin over 2.5 earned runs today. Miles Mikolas also over 2.5 earned runs allowed.
You are correct. 105 is the Rockies and the Nationals. And then at 2:15 exactly is the Brewers and the Cardinals for your 2 plays, Seabass. I'm going to go next. And I'm telling you, if you want to leave cash on the table, Big Cheesy, then you can fade me. He says, I'm struggling to take Coach's round 1 picks. He has admitted before he doesn't like round 1. Normally, yes, but this is the top 50. This is the playoffs. Everything is way tighter. And my 2 plays, I absolutely love them. Tony Finau, minus 145 over Akshay Bhatia. Finau lives in Utah. He plays routinely at altitude. That's important. Wyndham Clark, plus 110 over Rory McIlroy. Rory played horrible last week. This is a home game for Wyndham Clark. He played this course at least 20 to 30 times. Love these 2 plays. We're going to cash with the coach. Now, we got a little walks parlay. Got a little college football to round out our beautiful Thursday. DG, you're up, sir.
Walking from the early game to the late game, get both these guys, Gavin Williams and Dylan Cease, both that have 2+ walks at minus 114, both going up against teams that rank in the top 10 and walk strong versus right-handed pitching. And then we're going to go to Florida State. And if anybody can get DJ Uiagalelei, can get him ready, I messed it up that time, but Mike Norvell, and we trust him for sure to get him going. I trust Mike Norvell in the Florida State minus 10.
I just want to hear you try to say that every time that
That does it better than me.
Right. Not even close.
Exactly. Jeff said I used the DK boost on Wyndham Clark tailing Coach. What kind of, or I guess, Raphael, how do you feel about, because every sports book has different boosts, especially at this time of the year. What would be your recommendation on those?
always read what the rollover is on every boost and everything a casino does, because some rollovers could be 12 times, some could be 1 time. When you do boost, when you do anything at a casino, read what the rollover is, because some books are totally different.
Okay. What he means by that is, like, if you make a deposit, and you take a bonus, and a lot of them, they'll say it's a 5-time roller. I mean, you've got to bet 5 times what you put in before you can withdraw. But if you're
Thanks,
an
Coach.
everyday player, for a lot of people, rollovers don't matter that much if they play every single day. It's those that are kind of sporadic. But that's very, very good advice. Real quick, last night, I know we had some exciting stuff. League Cup and the weekend. Charles, what are we looking forward to there?
Well, Leagues Cup has the finals. That's going to be Columbus, LAFC. But then we have the EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A. So MLS returns as well. So a loaded weekend, and it's just going to keep on going throughout May as well.
Very good. Seabass, where can we find your stuff at, sir?
Everywhere on social media. Check out my YouTube page. It's Seabassett33 on all social media. And if you're still available, go check me out next Thursday night doing a little virtual happy hour, making a couple of tequila cocktails. So you can sign up for that. You can find all those links in any of my bios on social.
Wow, I love that. Spreading the wings, hustling. Anybody that just works 8 to 5, you're never going to get ahead. That's what I keep telling you. You got to hustle and you got to work all the time. And spend time with your family, because my son just stuck his head in here. He's heading to school. My daughter's heading to school. I'll be playing golf with him after school today, because we get up at 4 a.m. and we get the job done. That's what it's all about. By the way, gentlemen, raise your hand if you're on DTL, the podcast today. Who's on today? Seabass, Raphael, and the Z-Man will be joining us as well. Today's topics, Aaron Rodgers got a new book coming out, talking about how hard training camp is. Should we believe him? Are we over Aaron Rodgers? And also some big-time wide receivers that aren't in camp. Will that hurt their teams, and how much? Jamar Chase, Mr. Lamb, we're talking to you. We're discussing that today. DTL, the podcast, drops around 2 p.m. Eastern time. I encourage you to follow us, subscribe, and download every single episode. Gentlemen, as always, well freaking done. Producer man, always on top of the one shot. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer to that beautiful day of Thursday, September 5th. We are exactly 14 days away from the start of the NFL season. Do not forget that we will have DTL After Dark. Now, important announcement today. We were going to make all 3 nights, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, premium nights just for the crew. So we've decided that one of those nights will be for everybody. And tomorrow in the chat, we want from you to know which night would you like that to be. Because we can do any of them, because we're going to do all 3. But one will be for everybody. The other 2 will be crew members only. All right. Thank you, Howie Schwab. Did you like that little drop there? Here is the Crew's Play of the Day. A bounce back for all of you. And, of course, you're playing into my fandom. We're going to go Bears-Chiefs over 32 as our collective play today at home at Arrowhead. I doubt Mahomes plays tonight. We'll see. Maybe he'll play a series or 2. So with all that being said, it's time for you to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Be honest with each other. That's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. I love you, sweetheart. Love you, son. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Right, Tiger, my man from the Dirty Charles. My numbers guy, Raphael. The only 5-star chef in the game, Steve Bass. My man from Memphis, Tennessee, DG. And never forget about producer man, always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. Thank you to our movie partners. Thank you to Factor Meals. Thank you to everybody getting on board right now. Everything we wanted is right in front of us because of all of you. Have a great day. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about right here at Driving the Line. Good luck.